Hey guys, let's talk for a minute. I have been feeling a lot of rants in here inside of me, boiling up, ready to explode. I've been feeling a lot of feels lately, and I'm just gonna start with the one that's just on the tip of my tongue, ready to come at you. Work. Now, I just want to first preface this with, I am so grateful to have a job and grateful for my job. I have been at this particular one going on 3 years. I like the work. The pros still outweigh the cons, which is why I'm still there. But for any of you who are in the working world or have been or about to be, it is a weird thing. You are getting paid to do something because we need money to live, because that's the way the world works. And you are forced to interact and spend hours and days and years of your life with people that you probably wouldn't have chose to. And people as great and wonderful as they are, I mean, I love people. I have great faith and hope in humanity. I'm an optimist in my soul. People, myself included, are difficult. We're complex and complicated by nature, and we're interesting and unique and multifaceted and different from each other, which is a beautiful thing and something that I celebrate and am infatuated with. Okay, now before I start getting all kumbaya, let me go back a little bit. I got my first job when I was 16, started off in retail, loved it. There was a span of my life for a couple years where my work was pretty spotty because I was having a lot of anxiety at that time and just had a really hard time going to a job. But then moved past that, I got back into it. I was at Michael's for 3 years and then switched to office type jobs and have been in that for like 4 years now. At this point in my life, I find work satisfying for the most part. My days are full and fast. I love the paycheck. But aside from those kind of personal positives or things I take from it, it can be a tough scene. I feel like I've had a pretty colorful working history in the short career I've had thus far. Customer service there's nothing like it. Actually, I think I made a video talking about it a couple years back, but today I'm not here so much to talk about the customers. I'm here to talk about the coworkers, the environment. I am a very sensory person. I feed off of people and their energy. I'm sad when someone's sad. I'm excited when you're excited. And having to spend 8 to 9 hours a day, 5 days a week with a group of people that, again, you didn't choose is sometimes. This is something I say a lot. I feel like overall, there's a range of normalcy. And I know this might be kind of a bold thing to say, but I feel like there's a range, a wide spectrum, not like one model that everyone has to be like this to be normal, whatever that is. And I know there's a whole speech and debate about what is normal. I'm not talking about that. What I mean is there are things as humans and working adults that we should just kind of have and do, like manners, common courtesy, respect, a decent level of communication maybe, hopefully some kind of standard we hold ourselves to not harm someone else or take things that aren't ours. And then you get a job and cross paths with many people. You take classes and train and run into the break room, and people get fired and hired and come and go, and there's like this constant movement, right? Of people coming and going, and you're meeting and not meeting, and you get close to a nod and like, and whatever. And some may not and do not fall into that range that you just believe everyone has. Okay, Hannah, clarify. Examples. Like I once was in a training class with a girl who would take food out of my purse without asking. She would just walk by and take out my box of Raisinets or a little baggie of snacks and help herself. That was an odd situation for me because normally I love to share my food and give things to people. I would have offered it to her and I wouldn't have told her no if she had asked for something. But I didn't have a chance to because she would just take it, and it's not like we were friends or we knew each other. Another example is just recently my lunch disappeared. I don't want to accuse anyone of taking it, and honestly I don't want to believe that anyone did. The thought of going into a shared company fridge and taking food and eating it that isn't yours is like, I can't comprehend. It's wrong and gross and very bold. Like, They don't know what I did to my food. They don't know if I sneezed all over it or if it's super old. I literally had a Tupperware of pasta that I'd made here, and the whole thing just gone. And it's not like the fridge was cleaned out because it was the middle of the week. I'd like to think, oh, maybe someone knocked it over or something and spilled it and it went all over the place, so they just threw it away. But just strange, right? Gone. But I'm sure we've all had weird experiences and have funny stories we can tell about work, right? The hardest thing for me, and the thing that's really been frustrating me lately, is just attitude and respect. We all have to be there, right? When we're tired, when we're sick, when we're having issues at home. Why make work more work than it has to be by being unpleasant or unfriendly or being negative? You know, tone is a huge deal. Taking the time to greet someone before you jump into stuff. Not gossiping. It so depresses me and just sombers me when people talk about someone else with no respect for their privacy or just them as a human being. When people make fun of someone else and to them it's just work chat, or they don't really like that person anyway, so it makes it okay. You start to feel like you're in an unsafe, can't trust anyone environment. And I hate to sound kind of pessimistic right now, but I think I'm learning I kind of am. And that's kind of how jobs, or most jobs, or a lot of jobs are. Because while you like to believe that everyone is good and considerate of others and loving, they have love in their heart, some people are not so good. And we're selfish by nature, right? And some people let their selfishness dominate and they don't keep it in check. Even though when you have to work with people, no matter one or a huge group, there has to be some kind of selflessness. And can I just quickly address rude people in general? There's no need for it. Maybe you're not bubbly and chipper and smiley, you're just not. That's okay. But talking to people like they're stupid, talking to people like you're better than them, you are ruining things for the rest of us. I will say it again, we have to be there with each other. We don't have to be best friends. We don't have to talk about our lives outside of work. We don't have to have common interests. We don't have to look alike, dress alike, talk alike, like the same things. But we do have to be nice, be respectful, and do our jobs well to the best of our ability. You know, do your part, be a team player, have some manners, and get your paycheck. Work, man, sometimes it really brings me down. But I go to bed every night and wake up every morning, reset, it's a brand new day, and we continue to be resilient. Haters gonna hate, and lovers are gonna love. Thanks for listening to me, guys. I feel better. I hope your work situation is good. Stay strong, keep your head up, seriously, because I know it can be hell sometimes. But remember, one day at a time, never lose your fight, and HelloHannahCho loves you. I'm here for you. Bye.